Fine evening in Perpignan. It's been a fine week in Perpignan. The weather has been warm, sunny, bit of a breeze at the start. Gilbert Brutus for this one, but conditions in great condition for these two sides. And the Warrington Wolves, a bit of a score to settle maybe, given that the last time these two sides met was the Challenge Cup final, and Catalan Dragons, of course, triumphed on that occasion. The Warrington Wolves, other than that, had a good record against the Catalan Dragons last season, and John Wells will anticipate maintaining this fine start to the season. And here is a former Warrington man, Benjamin Julien.
Move now, get square.
Popular player in his time.
Go, well done, Deck.
At the Warrington club. Sam Tompkins now. Tompkins.
Last. Move,
That's the fifth tackle.
Bryson. Keep coming back.
Bryson Goodwin makes the tackle.
Well done, Krista.
And then
okay.
Gigot nonchalantly hoists that one wide. And Fouad Yaha is chasing, and Charnley does well. Or is Yaha got it? Yaha has stolen that ball. A chance for the Catalan Dragons to open the scoring, and that they do. And Braden Williame gets the try, and it's Fouad Yaha, the man we were talking about, back in the side, who has picked Josh Charnley's pocket.
Yeah, his build-up is a break down the right-hand channel, combination between Gigot and Tompkins, who took the meters, took the tackle. And as you said, that very relaxed kicking style. It was a steepling kick and had Josh Charnley on the move. Charnley's taken it, ripped out backwards by Charnley. That's obviously been wave play. There was a hint of a knock on there by Fouad Yaha in stripping that ball. It was a one-on-one strip. If the last touch here is from Tompkins, you could argue that's a fumble. You could see why the referee's allowing play on there. And then Braden Williame gets low and gets brave and opens a scoring for the Dragons.
Well, there's an element of doubt about that. We couldn't see from the initial angle that ball come loose as Fouad Yaha challenged for it. Now, whether he then nudged it forward or it came backwards from Charnley, either way.
Well, it's a try, Bill, because the referee says it's a try. And what a great start for the Catalan Dragons as well. You know, the Warrington Wolves, there's been an awful lot of column inches written. We've spoken an awful lot, and for the majority in glowing terms over the last month about their own start to the season. They come here looking to preserve that 100% record, but Tompkins here looking to add an extra 2.
And Tompkins, who's been in good kicking form, that's his 8th goal of the season, and Williame's 3rd try of the season. This is how it's built up.
Yeah, it's a nice combination. I'm interested to see how that pans out and how that develops over the course of not just today but the next few weeks. The combination between Gigot at 6 and Tompkins at fullback, and then Charnley. Well, I think he's lost that on reflection. Fouad Yaha putting plenty of pressure on him. Referee Hicks's wave play on. That's brave as that from Williame as well.
Here is Chris Hill, and Hill is upended by his opposite number, Remy Casti. That's going to be some battle as well, even though Casti is named at loose forward by Steve McNamara. Oh, great work from Austin, just skipped away from the first challenge, looking for some support now. Gets the pass, to Lynham, and Lynham couldn't take it, and the ball goes to ground. Philbin standing his ground. McIlorum just signed a new 2-year contract to stay with the Catalan Dragons. Very much likes life in that part of the world as Casti, right in front of those posts, plays the ball. Here is McIlorum. Gigot, short pass. Edwards will stretch out. And the Catalan Dragons will get a second try eventually. It has been coming. And Kenny Edwards has been a threat.
Really important for the Dragons that they took advantage here. The weight of territory and possession is told. It's a lovely ball from Tony Gigot. Kenny Edwards has done well to reach out and score, but the ball from Gigot is sublime. He looks out the back as if he's going to Tompkins, and it's a lovely deft pass. Puts all manner of pressure on Blake Austin. And Kenny Edwards, who I was talking about in really positive terms just 20 or 30 seconds ago, scores the second of the Catalan Dragons tries.
Well, a remarkable start to this game, and it has been all Catalan, really. And Warrington have been under the cosh. And the Catalan Dragons have taken full advantage.
There will come a time during this game as fatigue starts to set in, and Warrington will get a foothold in this game at some point. They are too good a team not to. It's how the Dragons respond to that.
Warrington averaging almost 29 points a game. Catalan Dragons, a meagre return for them, the lowest scorers in Super League going into this game, and already they've racked up, as Tompkins lands another conversion, 12 points.
Yeah, Steve McNamara saying last week that he was a little concerned about how clunky they were in terms of their combinations. Well, this, if we take another look at, that's a beautiful ball. It's a beautiful ball, and it allows a one-on-one shot between Blake Austin, not noted for his defence.
So the Warrington Wolves backtracking again.
Back up!
And they really haven't had a period of sustained possession to try and test this Catalan Dragons defence. The Catalan Dragons have dominated that possession stat so far, and they're coming forward again, and Remy Casti brought down by Lamatassi right in front of those posts. Short ball from McIlaurin. Matty Smith, here is Kenny Edwards once more, was trying to smuggle that ball out to the man on his left. Warrington doing well to prevent him doing that. Matty Smith, they need to withstand this assault to Warrington Wolves. They can't afford to allow the Catalan Dragons to get more points on the ball early on here, but they're going to. Well, if they go for two, they might not. Remy Casti, I think, indicating that they will go for two.
Yeah, sensible decision. You take the points when they're on offer. They are in the ascendancy. They have got all the momentum behind them. But if you think that the Warrington Wolves aren't capable of two tries, you know, with a large proportion of the game left and scoring them in quick successions, this is great. Just keeps a foot on the throat of the Warrington Wolves from a Catalan perspective. It's a really bright start for them. And Steve Price will be concerned. You picked up on it in the last couple of minutes, Bill, just how easily they are making meters in the middle of the park. And you know, it's a testament to the work that the strength and conditioning staff do with this big Catalan Dragons pack. You know, that they are mobile, they're aggressive, they win contact, and you've seen two penalties late in the tackle count conceded by an increasingly frustrated Warrington Wolves captain Chris Hill.
Well, Tompkins right in front of the post to extend the Catalan Dragons lead then. They're on target. 40-0, they lead.
Heads in, ball in, chuck off.
So Warrington head and feed, half-time approaching. They could do with some response, and Rashford might have that response. Tierney chasing for all he's worth, but he can't catch him. And Warrington have come up with half-time approaching with a try, according to referee Robert Hicks, but he wants obstruction checked in the build-up to that.
It's a training ground move. Robert Hicks is checking for obstruction because I don't think he understands what's gone on. Neither do I. We're about to find out. Now, it's just great movement of players. Tony Gigot has made a big deal of Bryson Goodwin coming into contact with him, but for me, he was already beaten by the pass. And the fact that it's gone up as a try will be significant, I feel, in this. There is contact between Gigot, top of your screen, and Bryson Goodwin. The pass, for me, has already beaten him, but that contact might be significant. The key thing for Bryson Goodwin is they didn't need to make contact. If he'd have pulled up, they would have still been on the same break. This is where it's significant, Bill, that the referee, Robert Hicks, has gone up with the assumption that a try will be rewarded, and video referee Liam Moore has got a decision here, and it's not an easy one.
Still looking then, and this is the crucial moment. That Bryson Goodwin's intervention.
Yeah, he's not blocked him from making a tackle, but he has impeded the defender.
You just tell me what it says.
Liam Moore then is having another look at this.
Yeah, it's not a classic one. It's not a classic obstruction, which is why it's so difficult to unpick. Tony Gigot's actually almost pushed off Bryson Goodwin to go in pursuit,
video referee. He deals
and
with
has then tripped up over the feet of Bryson Goodwin more than anything else.
I'm giving it a try.
And that angle's not going to show you anything we don't know already.
Enough.
That's a lovely gliding, drifted run from Rashford.
Okay,
I think if they can't find anything conclusive here, the try is going to be awarded.
Stefan Ratchford looking for his second try of the season just before half-time to give Warrington Wolves the way back into this game, and the try awarded eventually. And it is the Warrington Wolves full-back who finds a way through, and with ominous ease really for the Catalan Dragons.
Training ground move. It's designed to stop players. It's designed to, when you're working from right to left, away from our cameras, it's designed to put weight in the left leg of those Catalan Dragons defenders. If they lean in to those players being dropped on the inside, it gives a gliding, arcing run of somebody of the quality of Stefan Ratchford enough space to go and score.
Well, Ratchford got a try and 5 goals against Leeds in round 1. He got 4 goals against the Giants and Hull Kingston Rovers in those 2 victories. He's got a try here now, and he's got an opportunity to cut the deficit from the sidelines, and that looks as though it's on target. It is. Good response eventually.
Yeah, that's Julian's the first one and Lange's the second. 2 subtle movements, 2 stops, 2 breaks in the rhythm from in to out from those Catalan defenders is enough to give Ratchford the space. There was contact between Goodwin and Tony Gigot, the video referee, unable to find enough there to disallow that. And as I said, it's not your classic textbook obstruction.
This is a Warrington side that beat the Catalan Dragons 56-6 in the Super 8s at the start of August last year. A few weeks later they went to Wembley and the Catalan Dragons turned the tables, but 56-6 is an indication of what Warrington could do if they put it together.
I don't think this is a Warrington side that's going to score 50 points or anywhere close to that today.
They did, they go top of the table. Gigot has gone for one, and he's got it. The drop goal expert of Super League in 2018 is on target again. He got 7 of them in Super League last year, Tony Gigot. He's got another one here.
It's ugly, but it counts, doesn't it? That's another point. Again, significant. Very, very important for the Dragons to retain the focus for the opening couple of minutes of this opening couple of sets rather of this second half, because if the Wolves click, the wounded Wolves click, Catalan Dragons could be in trouble, Bill.
Very competitive player, Tony Gigot, and line popping up in the middle of the field for his Warrington side now. Now Ben Murdoch-Masilla, rumbling run from Big Ben, but he is stopped just short. Matty Smith trying to get out from underneath him. And Darryl Clark, it opens up for him, and Warrington get what they needed at the start of the second half. Another try to cut the Catalan lead. And the pace off the mark of Darryl Clark just caught Catalan napping there.
There's a huge rumbling run from Ben Murdoch-Masilla. Matty Smith can't get away from it. He tries his best. There's potentially a penalty there anyway, so you could argue the referee's way play on and allowed the advantage, and that advantage results in a try for Darryl Clark, who is at his most dangerous in that position. Goes through underneath the sticks, and the Catalan Dragons now lead. Well, when this kick is likely to be converted, isn't it? It'll be a 3-point margin.
That's all right. Yeah, mate.
We said, didn't we, before a ball was kicked in this second half, that a 9-point margin was not going to be enough. They needed to start well. The Warrington Wolves visibly, noticeably, the tempo's completely different. They've been winning collision, and they've got the first points of the board of the second half.
Darryl Clark's second try of the season. He got one in round 1 against the Leeds Rhinos. And he's given Stefan Ratchford straightforward conversion in front of those posts. And 15-12.
Yeah, Goodham undone. He's gone out to try and put a bit of pressure on where the ball's going to end up, but forgot about where the ball was.
I know, I understand.
Yeah, it could quite easily have been a penalty to the Warrington Wolves anyway.
Make me hold.
And Warrington right back on the attack.
Go straight out.
Looking to take the lead in this game. Short pass, and it's Lynham who has to just retreat and gather that ball.
2 men.
It's another indication that Warrington aren't firing on all cylinders, but there's a bit more life about them in this second half. Ratchford somehow gets the ball away, and King almost bustles his way over for a try. They're that close to the try line. Clark, it comes back to Jack Hughes, and Hughes brought down by Remy Casti right in front of those Catalan posts. 4 tackles gone. Little kick, cross field. They're all climbing for it. Atkins is the one who's got it, and Warrington have got the lead. And the pressure tells, and Ryan Atkins gets his 3rd try of the season.
And hasn't Dec Patton's influence grown as this game has gone on? Not Blake Austin's day. And step forward, his deputy. Patton, it's a lovely weighted kick. There was a raggedy edge, a raggedy feel about that Catalan Dragons defence, wasn't it? They were scrambling extremely well, but it did look like they were holding on. It looked threadbare at times. McAlorum left on the floor. He looked like he was really blowing, an awful lot of effort put in, and then the take itself. The man is a very aggressive, dominant centre, is Ryan Atkins, but he's got a great pair of hands on him when he gets in the air. And it was a lovely kick. And his ability to score a try like that is largely down to the quality of that kick. Dropped straight on the head of the centre and allowed his opposite number to get up and over and take the Warrington Wolves into the lead for the first time this game.
And Ratchford looking to maintain his 100% success rate with the boot to extend Warrington's advantage. Just pushing it wide of the target, so slenderest of leads.
It's a 1-point ball game. It's a lovely kick from Patton. You know, it turns Williami, who thinks that Yaha's going for it. It creates confusion. You drop it between 2 players. Really, Yaha, he can't pull out of that. He's got to jump for that. He's the one who's facing the ball. You would take that responsibility. You should take that responsibility as a wingman.
Hold the goal line,
and Catalan looking to recapture the advantage here. McAlorum pops the ball over the top. Tompkins puts the brakes on, steps back in field.
Surrender!
Darryl Clark and Blake Austin get a hold of him. Here is Matty Smith now. Sam Moa once more. Does get the offload away to Matt Whitley. Whitley trying to wrong foot Jason Clark and Jack Hughes, but nothing doing from the Warrington pair. McAlorum, short pass from him. Sam Moa trying to barge his way over. It could open up for Remy Casti! And the Catalan captain recaptures the lead for his side. And a sustained period of pressure from this Catalan side pays off in the end.
McAlorum to Sam Moa, dumps it out the back, and that's a really smart ball from McAlorum. The temptation must have been there to burrow his way in himself. You see him looking and find somebody in a better position than he is, and that's Casti on a brilliant angle. What a stalwart he's been, what a leader he's been for this team. And what's the milestone? He's reached the 300 career appearances.
He's nearing
300.
This is 297. He is now holds the most appearance record for the Catalan club.
Right, and he's epitomises everything that's good about this Dragons side. He's really put his body on the line there. That's a cliche, I know, but just the angle he chose, he knew it was going to hurt. And McAlorum as well, unselfishly, he found a player that had greater chances than him to score, and Tompkins adds the extras. The Dragons back in front. Just have a look at McAlorum here. He'll have the briefest of looks there to see, tempting him to go in between the sticks himself, but that's a guaranteed score. Under the attentions of Austin, but yeah, there's downward pressure on that, no doubt at all about the try.
And Sam Moa's intervention was important because he sucked in 3-4 defenders, didn't he, under those posts?
Go.
Edwards, who came to Catalan from Parramatta, Eels under a bit of a cloud. Oh, look at that from Chris Hill, and look at his try from Dec Patton. Whoa, what a score that is. That's a prop forward, flicking that pass out of the back door. to set up a try for Declan Patton.
That's beautiful. It's beautiful. That'll be on his highlights reel for the rest of his life. Great score from Patton. Good support play. It's the ball in the lead-up, though, that's so impressive. That from Cooper puts Chris Hill into some space, and what an audacious pass. Patton underneath the sticks. This will be converted, and it'll be 21 points to 22, the 1-point margin again.
Oh, what a try that was.
I wonder if he practices that. He can't do. He shouldn't be allowed to. He's exceptional.
Ratchford just taking his time, composing himself. And this to put Warrington back in front. Well,
Wait a minute, Stefan.
we saw some great action last night at Emerald Headingley, mainly from Wakefield Trinity and Bill Tupu and Tom Johnson. But we've seen another great try in the Betfred Super League this evening, and it's for the Warrington Wolves, and Stefan Ratchford
Time back.
bangs it over, and they do nudge their way back in front.
That's great work from Cooper. He draws squares and passes them. That is special. That is special, Chris Hill. You have no right to throw this ball. That's outstanding. And Sam Tompkins, all he can do is look on and see Dec Patton dive underneath the sticks.
Stay on.
Fantastic work.
Can the Catalan Dragons turn it round again? There is still time. And Blake Austin just drills it down the field, but straight into the arms of Lewis Tierney. A puff of the cheeks from the Catalan winger, and then he runs it back, but straight into Ratchford.
Stefan. Hold me, Dec. Hold. Go one.
Have Catalan got something left in the tank to try and once more turn this game around? They've got coming up to 6 minutes left. McAlorum
Well, that's
impeded there.
This is what Phil Clark was so irate about on Thursday night, and that's an example of the other way it can work. That was played for by Michael McAlorum. Referee's got no option. He's got no option but to give that penalty.
Two.
I'm not sure that was played for.
Yeah, he's gone down too easily. And the Catalan Dragons, what are they going to do here?
I think Sam Tompkins is going to try and kick this one to put the Catalan Dragons back in front from just inside the Warrington half.
Well, as Mr. Tompkins prepares this kick, which will put the Dragons in front, I'll take you back to the audacious pass from Chris Hill in the lead up to Dec Patton's try, which is why we have the scores as they do now. We've just received some communication from our Sky Sports colleague Barry McDermott, who described it as a proper props pass. I think he may well have been drinking again Saturday evening. It was exceptional though, wasn't it?
It was
out
great.
of the ordinary. It was exceptional, and it was so good to watch because it was so out of the ordinary. Now, back to the kick. The kick that could take the Catalan Dragons into the lead, and we know Tompkins has got the range. Has he got the accuracy from this distance? This is a big kick.
Well, Sam Tompkins has been in good form with the boots so far this season. And Tompkins from distance is on target and has put Catalan back in front. What a game we've got in Perpignan.
Time off.
And he was a very popular figure with his home debut, Sam Tompkins, when he got a try and 5 goals. And he's going to be popular in Perpignan again if he's snatched this game for the Catalan Dragons.
Goal last time on.
Tompkins hoists that kick. Oh, and it's Mamo who claims it at the second attempt. They have got 5 seconds to try and come up with something. It's going to have to be something magical. It won't be. That's it. That's the victory for the Catalan Dragons. Robert Hicks brings this remarkable match to an end. The Catalan Dragons celebrate. The players salute. Warrington's 100% record has gone, but in dramatic circumstances in Perpignan. It was not a game for the purists, but it was a game for those who like their rugby league dramatic. That it was for sure. Catalans Dragons winning 23-22.